ladies, Jamie here. Hey, I am doing a video that I'm really quite concerned and confused about. So I need your help. I want you to watch the whole video all the way to the end. Leave a comment with your age, your gender, and where you're from, and kind of what you think about this topic, because I feel like there's this double standard kind of dilemma going on with men and women in relationships right now. And it's just something that has kind of been brought to my attention within the last few years as I've been doing relationship coaching and doing these videos and getting feedback from men and women. And I want your help so that I kind of know how to respond to people. So please help me out. You guys have always been so good to watch my videos and leave some comments. You guys are awesome. Please help me out again. Okay, so first of all, before I start talking about this double standard, let me preface this by saying I am not male bashing. There are some absolutely amazing, wonderful men out there. I'm a mother of 3 awesome young men that are just amazing with their wives and their partners. They're just such good guys. And so I know there are a lot of really, really great guys out there. So men, I am not bashing on you at all. Also, I am not saying that there's all this inequality between men and women. There are some double standards and there are some stereotypes. Not sure if they're good or bad. Again, I'm just kind of trying to navigate this. I want to be very reflective and wise in how I'm forming my thoughts and my opinions so that I can give the best advice. But here's what I'm seeing, okay? So I was on this site, this social networking site, and women were talking about hookups, okay? I made a comment that I didn't think hookups were healthy for men or women. And there's a lot of research to show that they actually lower your self-esteem. People don't get sexual gratification out of it, that it's just not generally healthy. And so maybe I'm a little bit more conservative. Now, if you think hookups are great, go for it, okay? If you think it increases your self-esteem, then have a hookup every day, I guess. I just personally, my opinion, I don't think they're that great. So I had made a comment on that. Now, there were a lot of women that agreed with me, but there were some women that disagreed. There were some men that agreed, but there were quite a few men that disagreed. In fact, more men disagreed than women. So there were several women that were saying, yeah, I don't think hookups are great either. I've done it before and didn't really feel great about myself afterwards. But men are saying, yeah, hookups are great. Hookups are fine. Let's be sex positive. Let's be body positive, okay? Trust me, I am very sex and body positive, but I'm also heart, soul, spirit, and mind positive. And I'm not going to trade those for a one-night hookup in order to call myself sex positive, okay? However, the men also said they would want to hook up with a girl and they would want to date that girl. And she should have as many hookups as she wants because men do, so she should do it too. But they wouldn't want to get in a long-term committed relationship with that girl, or they wouldn't want to marry her. So again, I think there's a double standard there, that if men can have a lot of hookups and that's seemingly okay, and then they're telling women, hey, you should have hookups too, and that's okay, but yeah, I don't want to be in a committed long-term marriage type of situation with you. Okay, before I go on to the second point, which is going to tie into that, so stay with me. I want to tell you I have a website coming out soon called she'severyday.com. It's almost done. It will have links to some e-courses, my published books, videos, podcasting, and links to coaching with me if you feel like your relationship is really complicated. Okay, so the second part of this is I had posted a video saying I think women should date multiple men. Not hookups, not even any intimacy at all, but early on in your dating life. Let's say maybe you got broken up with, or you went through a divorce and you're back in the dating scene again. I'm telling women and men too, kind of shop around. If you're on a dating site, don't just get so invested in one guy and just talking to one person, because if it doesn't work out, you're going to be hurt. And don't think that this first guy that you're talking to is it. Maybe you need to give it a little bit of time and you need to talk to several guys. You need to maybe go out on a lot of first dates. Maybe there's never a second date. Maybe there is. Maybe this thing lasts for a month or so, but don't get so invested because you don't know if they're your guy. And ladies, let's face it, you probably know a lot of guys that will love bomb you early on and you think that's it. and then they ghost you after some time. So anyway, I put on a video saying, hey, I think you should date and talk to a lot of different guys, ask questions, find out if your morals and values align, see if there's chemistry, connection, see if your goals are lining up. That's why I think women should date multiple men, keep their options open, and choose the best, because we don't always choose the best. I don't know about you, but in the past, I didn't make some very good decisions with who I allowed in my life and who I gave my heart to. And so women need to be smarter going into this. However, after that video, most of the women were like, yeah, this is spot on. But there were several men, again, not all of them, they're great men, okay? And maybe you're one of them, so please leave me a comment. But there were several men that said, that's terrible. I would not want a woman talking to a bunch of guys or going out on a bunch of dates, even before we're exclusive. I would not want them to do that. That's terrible. That's trashy. I don't want to compete with other men. She should not talk to multiple guys. So I am super confused here, right? Men are saying, hey, a woman should be a hookup girl. That's great. I wouldn't marry her, but she should definitely do that. But if she's talking to a few men, oh, that's bad. So where are we in society? Where are we right now? Leave me a comment what you think. I personally think that women, you should just take care of yourself, however that looks. Be sex positive, be body positive, but also be heart, soul, spirit, mind positive. God says you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and so you stay true to yourself. God has got the best guy out there for you, and men, God has got the best girl out there for you. I pray that you find that person. And how do we find that person? And how do we handle all these stereotypes and double standards that are out there in society that are pushing us one direction or another and telling us, oh, you're really brave and good and awesome if you believe this. Oh, but you're terrible if you do this. Ladies, how do we navigate all of that? So again, leave me a comment with your age, your gender, and maybe kind of where you're from, so I can get a feel of, is this a Midwest viewpoint, or do people on the West Coast think differently about this? What do you think? Can women talk to multiple guys on a dating site and even just go out on a lot of casual dates and keep her options open so that she makes a really good decision? Are hookups good, bad? And men, why would you not want to engage long-term with a woman that's had a hookup if you think it's so positive? It's kind of like men are saying, yeah, have hookups, that's great. Oh, but don't be texting other guys. That makes you look horrible. I guess I just don't understand. So I kind of do understand, but I want to know where you're at and what you're thinking. So leave me a comment. God bless you guys. I will talk to you next time.